everybody, it's Devin again, and today I'm here with my February TBR. Now normally I don't do TBRs just because I find them kind of restricting and I'm very indecisive, and so I very rarely stick to them. But this month I've not only decided to do a reading challenge from Instagram, I'm also going to be doing the Contemporary-A-Thon, which is being ran by Chelsea Doling Reads here on YouTube, and I will link her channel and the information below for that. And I also, on top of all of that, have a book I need to be reading for the book club that I am part of on Facebook called the Marauders Book Club. So this TBR is rather large. I don't expect to finish everything on it, but I'm going to do my best. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and let you know what those books are. So for Foxandwit's book challenge, there are 6 prompts that you're supposed to be doing throughout the month or trying to finish throughout the month. And the first prompt is a book with 500 or more pages. And for that book, I've chosen Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor, which is the third and last book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I really enjoyed the first 2, and so I really want to get to this book and finally finish the trilogy, although I'm kind of torn about wanting to finish the trilogy because I don't really want the story to end because I'm really enjoying it. The next prompt is a book with a color in the cover. And for that, I chose 1 + 1 = Blue by A.J. Auk. And it's about 2 teenagers who have synesthesia, and that's basically where one sensation evokes another sense. So, for instance, when they hear a noise, they attribute a color to that noise, or a number is a certain color to them, things like that. And I have read books about synesthesia before, and they've always really interested me, so I thought this would be a great read for that. The next prompt is going to be a book that takes place in historical wartime. Now, I don't have this book with me. I need to get it from my library because for some reason I don't own it. And that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Most of you know that it takes place in, I believe, war-torn Germany. And I am planning on reading the book and listening to the audiobook at the same time to finish that one this month. The next prompt is a book with diverse characters. Now, I actually have 2 books for this prompt. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be wanting to read. And the first one is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I do have this book with me, but I got it from the library and it has my library plaster all over it, so I don't want to show it. But basically, from what I get from the summary, it is about a girl who is fighting against the Renegades, who are a group of people that are trying to overthrow the government. I don't know a whole lot about this book, but I know that Emma Books here on YouTube really enjoyed it, and she made it just sound fantastic, so I really wanted to pick that up and read it. The other option I have is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Now, this has been coming around BookTube quite a bit. I don't know a whole lot about it besides the fact that it takes place in space, and I don't read a whole lot of sci-fi, so this would be a new genre for me, really. But because of all of the great reviews, it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. The next prompt is a book that was made into a movie that you haven't read yet. And for that, most of the time I've read the books before I see the movie. In this case, I haven't seen the movie and I haven't read the book. And that is The BFG by Roald Dahl. Now, I've already started the book. I'm about halfway finished with it. So this will definitely be one that I finish this month. And I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely a children's book. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. Now, this last book on this reading challenge prompt on Instagram flows pretty nicely into the Contemporary-A-Thon Readathon, which is taking place on the 12th through the 18th, I believe, or the 19th, I'm not sure, this month. And the prompt is just a book that you feel like reading. And if you watched my last video about books that I wanted to read this year, Everybody Sees the Ants by A.S. King was on that. And so this is the book that I'm wanting to read this month to kind of dwindle down that list. So it'll have multiple purposes for me this month. And I've heard amazing things about it, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Now, moving into the Contemporary-A-Thon, one of the prompts is a book that tackles a dark or taboo topic. And this does tackle the case of abuse, so that fits that prompt pretty nicely. The next one I have is a contemporary graphic novel, and I got this from my library, so I'm going to be holding it up kind of funny just to cover what my library's name is. But that is, let me see if you can see it, Honor Girl. Tons of glare here. And that is by Maggie Thrash. I don't know a whole lot about it, but Chelsea from Chelsea Dollings Read recommended this as a contemporary book if we didn't know of any that we could read for that prompt. So that's the one I'm going to read. The next prompt is a book with pink on the cover because it is February and Valentine's Day and all that. And so I chose A Little Something Different, 14 Viewpoints, One Love Story by Sandy Hall. So obviously this has quite a bit of pink in it, and basically this is the story of two friends who belong together. They don't know that they belong together, but everybody around them knows that they belong together. So as far as I know, you don't get the viewpoint of the two friends, but you get the viewpoint of everybody around them. Their friends, their teachers, the barista at the coffee shop, and even a squirrel in a park that they go to. So it seems like a really fun way of a love story unfolding. The next one is a recommended book. Now this one was also on my books that I need to finish this year list, but it was recommended to me by my best friend Robin, and that is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. Now this book is essentially about a guy who was hired to monitor the emails sent within this company to make sure no one is sending any inappropriate emails to each other. And he has been reading the emails of two friends back and forth, and he is falling in love with one of the girls, but he has no clue what to do about it or how to approach it, because it's kind of weird and creepy that, hey, I know you and I'm falling in love with you because of your emails, even though I've never met you. So I've heard mixed reviews about this. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, but I am interested to find out what side that I fall on. But if Robin loves it, I have a feeling that I'll like it as well. Now the last prompt for the Contemporary-A-Thon is the last contemporary book that you bought. And the last book that I bought was 100% a cover buy because the cover is gorgeous. And that is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. Now look at this cover. Holy moly, it's like all of my favorite colors in one, and it's just beautiful. I'm not sure what it's about, I just know it's contemporary. I know it's a girl who moves from New York to Florida, and it's the friend group that she falls into place with, and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know a whole lot about it, but the cover is gorgeous, and that's why I bought it. Now we're almost done for my TBR for the month of February, but like I said, I do have a book that I need to read for the Marauders, I can't say that word, Marauders Book Club on Facebook, which was run by and created by Leah Nicole here on YouTube with a couple of her friends. I'll link her video down below as well. And the book that they all decided on was Stardust by Neil Gaiman, which I'm looking forward to. It sounds really good. I've never read it, and it's rather small, so it's not going to be too difficult to finish among this mound of books that I'm going to be trying to finish this month. So that's it for my TBR this month. Please wish me luck that I'll be able to finish all of these books this month. I'm already behind because the first week is over. I don't even know how that happened. So that's it, and let me know if you like this video. Let me know what you're reading this month, if you're taking part in the Contemporary-A-Thon or the challenge on Instagram. I will leave my Goodreads, Instagram, all of that information down below. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment, and I'll talk to you later.